Good morning, my name is Matthew Hugo from Weather Commerce and this is this morning's weather briefing on Monday the 7th of February. Today's weather brief will cover information on the United Kingdom, Europe, Scandinavian precipitation and finally global weather alerts. But first, taking a look at the 5-day average temperatures, and with the 11 to 15 day time frame, confidence is medium given a general lack of model agreement over the last few days for temperatures to be slightly below climate averages, particularly across eastern areas of Europe, as much colder conditions spread from the east and northeast. Within the 6 to 10 day time frame, confidence levels remain only medium or medium to high at very best, for temperatures to be generally near or slightly below climate averages across western parts of Europe, but generally below climate averages across most eastern areas of Europe as more significantly cold weather begins to develop. And within the short term, over the next 2 to 5 days, confidence levels are medium to high or high to suggest that temperatures will generally be above climate averages across the majority of Europe, but are likely to be near, if not slightly below, climate averages across more eastern areas of Europe in particular. And now taking a look at the United Kingdom in some more detail. And over the next 5 to 6 days or so, confidence levels are medium to high or even high, given very good model agreement and consistency over the last few days, for temperatures to be very close to climate averages, as relatively mild but unsettled conditions maintain themselves across the UK. Within the longer term, as we move towards and beyond mid-February, confidence levels are only medium at best, given a lack of model consistency over the last few days and also model divergence as well, for temperatures to generally become slightly below climate averages. Once again, please note that the solid red line is the temperature forecast that I expect over the next 7 to 14 days. The following weather chart for Saturday the 19th of February helps to illustrate why temperatures may well become below climate averages, as high pressure just to the east of the United Kingdom allows for the development of a cold southeasterly air mass. However, there is significant model divergence over the development of this area of high pressure, and as a result, confidence levels are only medium at best with regards to temperatures generally becoming below climate averages. And now taking a look at the predicted temperatures across Europe. And starting with the 11 to 15 day time frame, confidence levels are medium or medium to high to suggest that many central and eastern areas of Europe are forecast to become very cold indeed, as high pressure over Scandinavia allows for the development of a bitterly cold east or northeasterly air mass, with temperatures becoming well below climate averages. Temperatures across western areas of Europe, including the UK, France and Spain, are forecast to be only around about 2 or 3 degrees below climate averages, compared with the more significantly below climate average temperatures across eastern areas of Europe. Using Austria as an example of eastern areas of Europe, you'll see that through the forecast period, as we move beyond mid-February, temperatures are forecast to drop and become at least 6 or 7 degrees below a climate mean of around about 5 or 6 degrees Celsius. Within the 6 to 10 day time frame, there is a signal, and confidence levels are medium or perhaps medium to high at best, to suggest that temperatures will begin to fall and become at least 3 or 4 degrees below climate averages across eastern areas of Europe. Further west, there is some significant model divergence, with some of the forecast models signalling temperatures to remain near to climate averages, yet some of the EC and GFS ensembles, for example, do take temperatures slightly below climate averages. As a result, confidence levels are only low to medium at best for temperatures to be near or slightly below climate averages across central and more western areas of Europe. And within the short term, over the next 2 to 5 days, confidence levels are medium to high or perhaps even high to suggest that the majority of Europe will forecast to have temperatures near or perhaps even slightly above climate averages across some central and northwestern areas of Europe in particular. These mild conditions are forecast due to area of low pressure to be dominant to the west of the United Kingdom and a relatively mild southwesterly air mass dominating across the majority of central and western areas of Europe within the short term. The latest daily mean temperature prediction for France, for example, illustrates this situation, and as you can see, over the next few days, temperatures are forecast to be generally slightly above climate averages in association with that milder southwesterly air mass. And now taking a look at the precipitation forecasts across Scandinavia. And over the next 7 to 10 days, with the exception of far western areas of Norway, which is forecast to have precipitation totals above climate averages with perhaps as much as 125 millimetres of rainfall, the rest of the region is forecast to have precipitation totals near to climate averages. And within the longer term, during and beyond mid-February, precipitation totals are forecast to be generally become below climate averages as high pressure becomes influential across most countries. Southern regions of Norway, and also Sweden in particular, may experience less than 5 millimetres of rainfall, which is well below climate norms. And now taking a look at global weather alerts, which highlight significant deviations from normal, and temperatures are forecast to remain well below climate averages across many parts of the United States over the next 7 days or so, but particularly across central and southern areas, where temperatures are forecast to be at least 8 to 10 degrees below climate averages. Temperatures are also forecast to remain well below climate averages across many northern regions of China over the next 7 to 14 days, and particularly across the northeastern areas of the country in particular. Here, surface temperatures are forecast to be below -15 to -20 degrees Celsius as bitterly cold conditions persist. Also of interest is the precipitation totals across many parts of Queensland, and after exceptionally wet conditions over the last couple of weeks, precipitation totals over the next 7 to 10 days or so are forecast to be below climate averages, as generally drier than average conditions develop. And finally, bitterly cold conditions are forecast to develop across many northern and eastern areas of Europe over the next 7 to 14 days, as very cold east or northeasterly winds bring well below average temperatures, with mean surface temperatures below -20 degrees Celsius by the middle and latter half of February. Thank you for listening to today's weather brief. Goodbye.